You know what I love? Portable video games. You know what else I love? Nostalgia. Just reminiscing back to the days of stuff like Bionicle, Teen Titans, the ability to be happy. So today, I'm going to combine both of them together by breaking out my old Game Boy Advance and making me a review of the classic, Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Well, my personal review? I enjoyed it. My only complaint, though, is that I wish it came with an annual payment plan. The Game Boy is widely known and greatly loved by 90s kids around the world. Released in 1989, it showed the world that Mario can be with you wherever you go. Vacations, business meetings, grandma's funeral, he's always down to party. While the Brick of '89 wasn't the world's first portable game console, I think it's safe to say that it was the first good one. Before its release, the most that people had in terms of portable consoles was basically just a calculator with a D-pad. The console's seen several new versions throughout the years, including the Game Boy Light, Pocket, Color, Advance, Advance SP, and the one that didn't sell well when it launched for $100, which makes it worth twice as much now. Yeah, the game collecting community is weird. I actually own a Game Boy Micro and a Game Boy Color that's been modded to have a backlit screen, which is a very popular mod because, get this, the console didn't include a backlit screen when it came out. In fact, none of the line of consoles had a backlit screen until 2003, nearly a decade and a half later, not counting the Game Boy Light since it was only available in Japan. The Atari Lynx had a backlit screen in 1989, the same year as the Game Boy. That's embarrassing. However, the thing that made the line of consoles as great as it wasn't the capabilities of the hardware, but the insane library of timeless games, many of which are still loved to this day. Also, the console being much more affordable than the competing handhelds of the time might have had something to do with it, being priced at just $90 at launch, while the Game Gear was $150 at launch. That's an extra $60 for a backlight in Sonic Triple Trouble. But the lower price was just the icing on the cake, while the main attraction was definitely the games. So many iconic series were started on these consoles, like Advance Wars, WarioWare, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and Kirby. Also, the line had some amazing exclusives when it was released, like the Wario Land series, the Minish Cap, and oh yeah, I don't really know about this one, but it might have just rose to become the best-selling thing. However, the newest console that can play even some of these games is already almost 10 years old, and the cartridges are getting expensive and hard to come by. Also, bootleg and fake carts are becoming arguably even more abundant than authentic ones on sites like eBay, especially if you're looking for one in decent condition. Now, some people might not have a problem with bootleg cartridges as long as they play the game correctly, and I would say they're completely entitled to their stupid, dumb, stupid opinions. But personally, I just feel dirty knowing I'm playing a bootleg cart, which leaves me, as well as other fans, wondering, why did they put Genesis games on the Switch Online service before Game Boy games? Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Genesis and will gladly take the game library, but the Game Boy seemed like such an obvious choice. Tons of people have been putting this on their Switch wish lists ever since the service was launched. And the files are already available to them from the Virtual Console titles on the 3DS and Wii U eShops. And don't get me wrong, while the Genesis library being a free add-on to the Switch is almost poetically ironic, I believe that the GBA and Game Boy should have come first. Now, some of you might be saying, "Oh, Jeb, quit being so demanding. There are starving children in Africa who don't even get free Genesis games." Well, first of all, I don't think that free Echo the Dolphin is going to help any starving African children. But also, give me a minute to explain my point of view. Look, I think it's safe to say that the Switch's online service is not perfect. It's $20 a year right now, with a higher payment tier for 64 and Genesis games coming up. And in slower-paced games like Animal Crossing, the internet functionality works fine. But in faster games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it can just absolutely clunk out sometimes. So, since they no longer offer it for free, I think that including the games with the service for free is the least they can do. A lot of people are nostalgic for these games right now and want an official way to play them that's less expensive than buying a 3DS or Wii U, or fish around on eBay for a used Game Boy and cartridge. Also, a lot of the people who played these games have their own kids now who would be able to discover the magic of these games for the first time if they were on the Switch. But for now, I guess we live in a world where Genesis does whatever Nintendo tells it to do. Well, that's all I've got to say about this topic for right now. And a keen ear might have noticed that I went through the whole video without even saying the word Nintendo. Damn it,